There was a lot of drama yesterday at the Tribunal in Abuja, Nigeria. A lot of dramas, like we see so many lawyers, journalists, even some dignitaries sleeping while the case is ongoing. And the video was actually trending. Everybody was talking about, like, look at our leaders in Nigeria.
People that we expect to deliver judgment, we sent you there to go and bring things for us to be able to report on, and just for me to see everybody
sleeping. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching Wisdom Yard Television, in any part of the world. You are welcome to another edition of News Review today. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji Sidonje, the only Idon of Wisdom Yard Television, and I have away.
Odrai Adelere is my name.
Adelere is my name. Well, you're welcome again. If you're just joining the live, you know, this is where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspaper of today. You know, we read it out and go on a short commercial break, then we come back to do justice to some of the headlines. So if you're ready, I'm ready. But before I go into the sponsor for this program is Nokpa Abbas. So let's kick it off with this from Vanguard. PEPT, why Atiku Obi APM's petition against Tinubu failed. Tribunal, Atiku S to Supreme Court says we got judgment, not justice. Police arrest Unilag lecturer accused of raping 20-year-old student. Tribunal, if we are not careful, our electoral jurisprudence will vanish. Peter Obi. Then on Punch newspaper, Atiku Obi plan appeal as election tribunal dashes bid to sack Tinubu. Consumers protest as federal government hikes electricity meters price by 40%. APC stalwart begs Obi Atiku to support Tinubu's unity government. Sokoto residents worry as IDP children beg for arms. Then on Guardian newspaper, Tribunal affirms Tinubu's victory, dismisses petitions. 6,000 cargoes abandoned at Akpakpa Tin Can Port since 2011. 17.7 million Nigerians hungry, 1 million others face acute food insecurity. Flood. NMA urges state, federal government to take proactive approach to avert disasters. Then on Daily Post, Atiku Obi fight on as Tinubu Buhari Ganduje hail judgment. Oyo State government, pharmacists, breaker over control of veterinary clinics, drugs. Gabon coup sparks fresh tension among African leaders. Presidential election judgment, let peace reign, can admonish Nigerians. Then on Tribune newspaper, PEPC verdict, it's written history, Buhari. Management, students mourn as missing 4-year nursing student found dead. Isheshe, lawyer sues for peace among religious group. These are the headlines that made up the newspaper of today. And we are going on a short commercial break. When we are back, we are going to do justice to some of the headlines. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
For management of power.
Welcome back from that short commercial break, and we are still on News Review today. Odunayo is still in the building with me today. Today it's going to be funny, but let's be serious in some cases. Because you know, when we started the show, I was talking about the drama that happened yesterday during the hearing of the final judgment. So now it has been favored. This has been in favor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
You said it has been in the favor of our president.
Yes.
Wait, since when has it not been in his favor?
You know, I said something. When Tinubu emerged as the president of Nigeria, he did something that people did not realize what he was doing. Okay. Trying to, you know, remove some people from seats and putting some other persons.
You thought that man was joking when he was doing all the shoveling.
He knows what is coming up.
When he was doing the reshoveling and changing of people, you think he was joking?
I'm telling you.
For somebody to come out and say, bring this thing, I am next in line. You think he does not have anything in plan. He does not have anything to do. When they said yesterday was the final judgment, and I was like telling somebody that I don't think the judgment is going to hold yesterday because there was one in strike yesterday by NLC, and on a normal procedure, on a normal protocol, court of appeal, all the courts are not supposed to function.
Work. Yes,
but can you imagine? They had to break protocol.
No, wait, even before you go to that, you know the hearing is in Abuja.
Yeah.
They did it in Abuja. But do you actually know that in Lagos State yesterday, every other persons are working yesterday?
Even on Tuesday, I think they started on Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Abuja, Osun State and
Lagos State.
They didn't join the strike.
I don't know why.
So it's also funny that.
But someone was actually talking about it like it was because TUC was not part of the strike.
I already said it before they even gave the final judgment. I gave my own judgment, and my judgment was, it is not possible for the 5 sitting judges to actually sit down and say the body of the judge hereby impeach
Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because you know it will be very difficult. I said this. It will because Tinubu is our first democratic president that will not go from military to democracy.
Wait, are
you understand? So it will not be easy for them to impeach him just like that.
Because how would they even want to say it in the first place? It does not make sense to me. All these people that have been going to court, from tribunal to court of appeal to this thing, I just see
Atiku is going to Supreme Court.
I just see they are just wasting their time. That's just from my own point of view. Because this thing has happened, it has happened. We all know you want the betterment of Nigeria. Even though we know when you get there, they always change your plans.
Yeah, exactly.
There are lots of people that hold you that it's true you have plan, but you have to go to another DC. You understand? You have to do this before you do that one. We understand. But now, the mandate did not fall in your hands. Wait for the next. This thing is 4 years. It's unlike some countries. The likes of Gabon, Niger, Cameroon, all these neighboring countries.
There is no country that doesn't go through these things.
What I'm saying is, okay, fine. Gabon, Ali Bongo was impeached and was the military took over from Ali Bongo.
That was not impeachment.
He used 14 years. But Nigeria is still using 4 years. Just 4 years. Before you open your eyes and close it. 4 years is here. So this is September.
Yes, that's almost like how many months now?
They are already counting 100 days of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office.
Yes.
So before you open your eyes, so you close, you see 2 years is here, then 3 years. Then the 4th year, you start hearing, bring out your PVCO, you have to vote. Just calm down. Next time you do your own, let this person do. But no, everybody wants to do it. It's my...
Yes, everybody wants to make it
it's
their own.
It's nobody's birthright.
Well, talking about yesterday, if you're just joining the live, it's News Review. And talking about yesterday, these are the judgment highlights of yesterday's drama. What will I call it? Well, Obi, Labour Party failed to prove rigging over voting.
Yeah.
Portions of Obi's petition vague, imprecise, nebulous, bereft of particular materials. Obi validly nominated by Labour Party.
Yeah.
Shetima validly nominated as APC vice presidential candidate. No evidence Tinubu was convicted in the US for drug trafficking.
What somebody actually said then about this Chicago drug stuff is that, okay, fine. You said Tinubu is a drug trafficker. And he was caught at Chicago in USA.
Exactly.
But he was not banned from entering US.
I'm telling you.
So, because
there is no evidence.
All these things in outside countries, they take their law so serious, irregardless of who you are.
I'm telling you.
Once you do something that is against their law, they have to find you, they have to petition you for what you do. So, regardless of who Tinubu is, if indeed he was a drug baron or a drug trafficker and he was caught, I think by now Tinubu should not have access
to that place
to enter US. And Tinubu now can enter US and come back anytime he likes.
Anyhow. Well,
so all these things that I say is just flimsy excuses.
We still have many to talk about here. Tinubu not indicted, arraigned, tried, or convicted in the U.S.
Can you imagine?
$460,000 forfeiture is a civil matter, not a criminal conviction.
What are we saying?
INEC can be forced to transmit election results electronically.
About that one that you were saying, while we were coming, I actually went on a journey yesterday. While I was coming back, when the news popped up on my phone, the person that were coming together said, but INEC said they were going to. I said, listen to yourself. It is not in the constitution that INEC should project results from polling units.
Yes, exactly.
You read it though. If you want to fight anybody that is in law, you have to know the law. You have to know everything that guides the law.
Even the constitution must be known.
Yes. Now you said, but they said. I said they said it. So it is not in their power if they should or they should not. Exactly. It is not what is in the constitution. Well,
Abuja is not special as other states.
It's also a state.
So they are talking about on the 25% vote.
Yeah. But in that of Abuja.
Yes, Lagos, the Presidential Election Petition Court (PEPC) in a landmark decision yesterday dismissed the petition of the Labour Party, People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Allied People's Movement (APM) and their candidates against the election of President Bola Tinubu. The five-man panel, led by Justice Aruna Samani, dismissed the petition of Mr. Peter Obi of Labour Party seeking to nullify Tinubu's election. It is also dismissed APM's petition seeking to disqualify the president over the invalid nomination of his running mate, Senate Kashim Shettima.
Do you know what APM did?
Yes.
APM own is like, what do I call this? I don't know how to put it in English. You going into another person's matter that does not even concern you.
It is a conspiracy.
I need one English to use for that thing. They told you, boy, something that does not concern you.
Yeah,
what is your own
they
business?
Are just prognosing.
What is your own, God bless you?
Yes,
what is your own business with going from APM? No, we know that you guys have two.
They are Nigerians too. Yeah, they are Nigerians.
No, we know you guys have two alphabetical letters that are similar to each other. But the last letter does not even resemble each other. C and M. They are not even correlating with each other. You now going from APM to APC saying Tinubu does not have the right to contest in their primary election. Who are you?
Well, I think it's just a conspiracy. You know, they were being, someone is at the back, someone is behind them, trying to pull them. Now, let's do this.
Honestly,
let's do this. Let's pack everything together so as to win this man.
Let me help you put it in. Either they pushed and was pushed, wanted to be pushed. Did you get that? You get it?
Well, on 25% votes, Abuja, not special than other states, the PEPT also held that scoring 25% of votes in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, was not compulsory for one to be declared winner because FCT has no special status over the other 36 states of the Federation.
Exactly.
Peter Obi won about 59% of votes cast in the FCT. President Tinubu got 19% and Atiku Abubakar scored 15%. Speaking on the requirement claims by the Labour Party and Obi, the panel said that FCT residents have no special privilege as the petitioners claimed. That's just it.
Why should Abuja
be a special place for election? I don't understand.
When we did the election on 25th of February, and they were trying to transmit the results, when they were reading the result at Abuja Collation Center, and when everybody saw that Tinubu did not make Abuja, they're like, he cannot emerge as the president. Yes, no. I said, why? Why should Abuja be a criteria?
Even Lagos, he didn't win. He didn't win at Lagos.
Why should Abuja be a criteria? Is it not a state?
I'm telling you.
It is a state in Nigeria. It is the Federal Capital Territory in Nigeria. So it shouldn't. It's a state on its own. People, if you ask me, where are you from? I'm from Abuja. So you shouldn't be saying because I did not win 25% in Abuja,
I cannot win the Nigerian election.
Excuse me, sir. The fact that you have 49%, you did not win majority of the states in Nigeria.
It is even clear.
This thing is glaring now.
Yes. According to the PEPC, Section 134, 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended stipulates that a presidential candidate must attain or score a majority of votes cast in a presidential election where 2 or more candidates are involved and at least 25% in 2/3 of the 36 states and FCT to meet the constitutional requirement to be declared as duly elected as president of Nigeria. And all these are being done by Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
See, I won't lie. You know why all these other people are coming out? Let's just be factual with ourselves, because these things, some people would actually hear it and they'll be like, you are lying, you are doing your job. This is not a matter of you are doing your job or anything. One thing I just want us to know is that when they started counting this result, you should remember vividly, if you remember vividly, when they were projecting Lagos results, that everybody was like, hey, if it will be like play going to emerge as the president.
Just for Lagos results.
So when the other states' results were now coming out, you now decide to say the election was rigged. Why?
I don't know why. Even Abuja, I was not expecting Obi to win Abuja.
The states that you won in, should we also say they rigged the results for you? Because, no, we have to. These things are common sense.
See, let me tell you the truth. The three candidates, aside Kwakwanso,
yeah,
the 3 of them are in the habit of, trying to rig the election.
Because I don't understand.
You remember there was a core member that was being caught.
Yes.
With Labour Party. Yes, Labour Party's ballot papers.
It is in this Nigeria that if you do something, I don't know how to put it. If you do something, it does not favor you, it is bribery. But if you do something and it favors you, it is connection. I don't know. Lagos favored you. Abuja favored you. Some states also favored you. When the results came out, the person that attained the first position had 8 million plus. Second, 6 million plus. Obviously, we know these things are getting closer to each other. It's this election that I even see that we even had.
You see, what actually make everything to be very sweet was the result of Rivers State.
I won't lie.
And result in Oyo State. Yes. It was just too clear for you to know that this state, they really support the movement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
What should people in Ibadan, what should they do? Their president is a PDP candidate.
Their governor, rather.
Their governor is a PDP candidate.
Yes.
Rivers State is the governor there was
Wike.
A PDP candidate. Yet APC had their way there.
I think there was a problem. There was a problem that needs to be checked on in PDP. They need to check on themselves. There is something going on in that party that they don't really get.
See, when they wanted to have the election, I said even if a PDP, if they go the way they are going, there is no how they do it. They can never emerge as the president. Why? Because they allow division in their party.
Division of labor.
It's not division of labor.
Division of party.
Should I say they don't understand themselves, or some set of people are being selfish? I want to have this thing to myself.
Exactly.
And okay, you have constitution backing your party up.
You know, I saw Dino Melaye trying to play a good role during the election time. He was really working for Tinubu, and even this man Omokri, or what's his name? You know, he's not in Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. He actually did a very. But when it comes to this, dragging to court and all, I didn't hear anything from them again. I don't know why.
They won't say anything. Omokri still said something. I think it's today. Today. He said not while he is alive will Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria. Just imagine.
And Peter Obi was one of their members.
And somebody said something yesterday, which I picked. The person said, this is Nigeria, whereby you are coming with a fresh idea and you think people are going to bring you in. Nigeria is already operating on one old idea. I'm telling you. So for that old idea to actually go, it will take a very long time. They are just coming with a new idea. It's so difficult to say. But do you know, this last election have paved way for different things in Nigeria. We could see that people are really into politics now. Our eyes are open. Because yesterday it was being announced that a woman won the senatorial election in Kogi State. Yeah, the Court of Appeal actually ruled in favor of her. Yes, so I see people coming into politics very well, more than before. And if you look at it, the election result, even Tinubu, he could actually say, yes, this is indeed an election.
Election, normally. Well, let's move on to the next one, because, you know, if we keep talking about this one alone, we will not be able to exceed all the others. The Tribunal, Article S to Supreme Court, says we got judgment, not justice.
Excuse me, sir. What else do you want?
Wahala. Well, Abuja, a former president, vice president and candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has vowed to approach the Supreme Court to set aside the election of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Atiku said he was dissatisfied with the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, that affirmed President Tinubu as the valid winner of the presidential election held on February 25. Speaking through his team of lawyers led by Chief Chris Uche San, the PDP candidate said he only got a judgment from the court, not justice.
See, one thing I just want people to understand is, in this news review we are doing, we are not actually supporting anybody.
Yes.
I just want us to get that point
and
straight.
That's the reason why, as we are talking, you guys can actually drop your comments. Let us see your own view on this. Atiku is now going to another court aside the judgment that was made yesterday.
Well, is he trying to say what the tribunal? Because with everything that the tribunal gave yesterday, there was a backing in the constitution.
I'm telling you.
They didn't give just like.
You see,
okay.
sorry to cut in. I was feeling somehow yesterday when the judge was like subsection 3 to subsection. I was like, what is going on with this suspension?
One question you ask yourself is, how did they even remember all these subsections?
I'm telling you, it's just too much.
It's a good. Big kudos to all the lawyers, all judges out there. You guys are doing very fantastically.
Even with the fact that some of them were sleeping.
No, I'm not saying we don't be. All those that slept, did you see any of the 5 judges sleeping?
No, they were active.
Can't.
No, they were really active.
You can't see those 5 judges sleeping.
They were active.
Because all those ones that came there, they just came to go.
The 5 judges really mean business.
But those 5 judges, just a woman in between them.
Yes.
Okay, now, why I said that, what I said earlier is because, according to what Atiku did, it will be as if I'm siding one person or not. We are not siding anybody. But my own is, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should rest.
I beg. Just rest. At least you've been the vice president of Nigeria. When Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria, you are the what did you do? What have you done? I learned you were the owner of Mekano, sir. One of the things that made Nigeria electricity not to be stable today is because of that generator. Honestly. That you accepted the importing of generator to Nigeria during your regime with Obasanjo. You see, let me not just stop, because to be sincere, I don't want to back anybody.
If you talk,
yes,
people might actually say you are siding one person or another. We are not yet.
You know, this thing would have been so interesting if Peter Obi was actually the second position.
Exactly my
You understand? Point. It will have been so.
If Peter Obi was second position and he has been going to the courts to say people.
But Atiku dragging Tinubu is just like it's just like nothing to me. Well, let's move on.
He just needs to rest.
I'm telling you, judgment has just been delivered, but we have not received justice. Luckily, the Constitution has given us the right to go on appeal. This is the court of first instance. We still have the right to go on appeal to the Supreme Court. And you see, this is a struggle that is not just for our clients, but for the constitution of this country, for the rule of law and democracy.
Is everything you are fighting for. You are not fighting for democracy. I can say with my full chest.
You are fighting for your pocket.
Nobody.
You see this lawyer. You see this lawyer that
people alone. None of the party that has called case against Bola Ahmed Tinubu is fighting for Nigeria's rights. All of them are fighting for their own selfish ambition. Because ever since when someone said when former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, when he came on board, he actually had good plans for Nigeria. I said, why did he not execute it?
I'm telling you.
He said,
you want to tell me the 8 years is not enough?
Somebody was saying, the thing is, he might lose his life. Why did he not lose his life in the process?
Thank you. Let me come to that. Do you actually know that?
Abdullah lost his life in the process.
A daddy to me, let me say, one of my father on the street, like he's actually a very good man to me. He said something yesterday and I picked it. He said his father, the man was telling me that his father was an ex-soldier.
Yeah.
That during their time, that if the soldiers should got salary, like they paid them salary today, the salary must not use more than 3 days in their account because you are fighting for Nigeria. You are not working. You are not working to have anything.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you can die tomorrow as a soldier.
Exactly.
You understand? So I think this is what our president should be saying. Like, you are fighting. You are working for Nigeria. Your life is just in the hands of Nigerians.
My point is, people are saying because they don't want to die, you are coming to that kind of seat. Though we are not praying for you to die in office.
Exactly.
We are not praying for you to live there and few months after you left, you actually die. But you are coming as a sacrificial lamb.
You have to work. That is just it. You have to work everything because you have to do in your power.
Whether you try your best or not, we are human beings. There is nothing you do that will satisfy us.
And you know, history don't even forget. History we always.
But one thing is, they will always remember it that
yes.
See, since when former president of Nigeria died, Yar'Adua, they still talk about him. When if they list the names of presidents that actually ruled in Nigeria, just for that few 2 years that he actually ruled, people are still saying they actually loved his regime.
I'm telling you.
So what would be said about you? That is the main reason why we are saying, if you get to office, do something good. So, it is not for yourself, but for your children.
I think this time around, we don't need to be preaching to any politicians because what I see in them is greedy.
All of you don't want to die, but you want to pack money.
They don't want to know anything that is going on with the citizens of Nigeria. All they want is just for themselves to be okay.
You don't want to sacrifice yourself, but you can sacrifice some money that have been appointed for different kind of allocations and all that. Put it in your pocket and do that one. Is that or not another?
Still on sorry, not this. Still on article said we were expecting an outcome that will improve, encourage the use of technology to enhance election management, to enhance transparency, to enhance accountability, so that Nigerians will believe in democracy, so that Nigerians can come out in their masses like they did to vote. We don't want Nigerians to be discouraged. There are certain things and principles to law that we know that we need to explore, and we strongly believe that when we get to the Supreme Court, it will have the opportunity to review a number of things that have been said here today. We have the instruction of our client to go to the Supreme Court, so we have asked for the records. We have asked for the judgment. We are going to apply for the transmission of the records because we have a very limited time to push this. So the struggle continues, and as it is, it is not over until it is over. As People's lawyer added.
If you go to Supreme Court, is a judge that you meet or judges?
Abi now.
Once they shall give you what they gave you in court of appeal, you will rest. After going to Supreme Court, where else do you want to go to? You can't go to heaven.
It is God that we are now going to be waiting for.
Okay, the person that you should have waited for.
God's judgment.
And
one thing I don't understand about our country is all these our religious leaders. You guys are not saying anything. You are the one that was predicting this, predicting that. Now,
don't even go to those religion.
Because you know most of them.
Annoying.
Do you know the reason why I brought them in on this issue?
Okay.
Most of them are the causes of these things.
It's annoying. I won't just say if a man, somebody in quotes, a man of God, just walks up and say, I'll just okay, I've heard. You can't share force.
You know, anything they say, people do believe them.
And that's why I say you can't force. That is why we always tell people, have a mind of your own. Have a mind of your own. Be able to take decision on your own by yourself.
That's what we are saying.
Until somebody tells you, go to the river, go to the kidney club before you know that you can actually do things yourself.
As an African, we should know now that we are very powerful in thinking. You can think on your own, you can do things on your own, you can make decisions on your own without you listening to anybody. And that is why this next election that is coming after this this regime.
Any man of God that thought they feel stone and make.
I'm telling you, you go sweet.
All of you that came out and said, Nigeria and there was even one prophecy that came out that on the day of swearing in, immediately Tinubu is about to take the oath. That military will come and take over.
Well, I wish to know the name of that pastor.
I waited on the 29th. That was the main reason why I was so glued to my TV to see the inaugural this
well, let's move on.
I did not see military. The military I saw were the one
securing the whole place, Abi. They play my fans. All right, let's continue with the next one here. 17.7 million Nigerians hungry. 1 million others face acute food insecurity. You know, talking about this, we are talking about how Nigeria is going to move forward.
That 17.7 wey they put, they just put number.
We are more than that. All of us. Well, about 17.7 million Nigerians are hungry, and the number could increase to 25 million. Can you imagine? The number could increase to 25 million if nothing is done urgently to salvage the situation. Of the figure, about 1 million suffer from acute food insecurity, a term describing people who are hungry but do not know how the next meal will come. Nkeru Ewelum, nutrition officer for United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, made the disclosure yesterday at the two-day media dialogue on nutrition financing in Nigeria, organized by the Child Rights Information Bureau, CRIB, of Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation in collaboration with UNICEF. What do you think?
Sidonje, I'm speechless. Because you see this food, hunger, poverty, and all that. The rate at which it is eating Nigerians.
Okay, we are not the one eating food again. It's poverty that is eating us.
You don't chop this morning.
Well, I am still thinking about it because, before, you know, let me be sincere with you. I don't know if you are with me. You know, we are all Nigerians. I eat just once in a day. No, now.
Okay.
At least I eat twice.
Is it 001?
Yeah, no, it's 010.
Okay, no, okay.
By the time I got home from work in the evening, I'll just take water and sleep. So that has been helping my digestive system.
It's actually working. It's helping your diet.
Thank you. I mean, you see that my belly don't go down.
You are doing that because of your belly.
No, because I don't have money. I don't have money.
Honestly speaking, in all sincerity, poverty has eaten down the bone marrow of Nigeria.
I'm telling you, even the rich are crying.
17.7 that they actually estimated is just a rough sketch. People that are actually going through a lot, that even in remote area that you can't even see, they are there. Somebody that ate yesterday night, if you ask the person, what did you eat yesterday? The person said, I took garri. I was able to see 1 cup of garri, I took it. What is your hope of eating the following?
That's what they are saying. Even with 1 million that is eating, they don't know what they are going to take next after the meal they are eating.
This is why we are crying out to the government. Please, you need to do something.
Well, she also noted that Lagos, Borno, Katsina, and Kano have the highest number of food insecure people in the country, even as she lamented widespread malnutrition in Nigeria. She observed that the country might likely achieve the Sustainable Development Goal (SDG) target on exclusive breastfeeding by 2030, but remains off track in achieving SDG 2 on zero hunger.
Somebody that wants to breastfeed child.
What has she eaten?
What has she eaten?
God of mercy.
At times I just look at those doctors and say, Madam, you have to feed this child for 6 months with breast milk without diluting, without anything. I'll look at them like, do you even ask the mother, does she have anything she's going to eat at home? Even a person wey chop go feed person. I'm
telling you, see, when I look at people that stays on that bridge in Lagos, you know, we are talking about food. There is a difference between you seeing food to eat and eating food that is healthy. You know, most of them, they stay where they stay. There is no toilet, there is nothing, and that's where they cook.
Yes, now.
So them eating, they are not even eating good food. Not to talk of them not seeing food to eat.
Poverty rate is too high in Nigeria.
And we see people buying houses in Lekki, and that was what someone said. You know, when the states that were being mentioned there were basically northern part of Nigeria, and you know, Islam is a religion that that they are reckoned with in the north. Now, he was not saying something. There was a man that posted on his X account that all these Saudi Arabian people that is buying player with so millions of dollars. You understand? Why are they not sending those money that they are using to buy players to countries that need to eat, just to eat?
Yeah. Now, your own government, did they actually have mercy on you by giving you?
You know, Nigeria did not have mercy. We know that. They are not even saying us.
It is what if they see all your leaders, if they see them doing the right thing that they should do, I think they will be like, okay, it is high time we helped these people. But even the people that are leading you in Nigeria, they don't even have your time. Their own is bam bam moyo. My stomach must be full until I know whether I must be full before feeding another person, and some people will be full to the extent that they will still be wasting it again.
I'm telling you.
So what are you saying?
Enwelom said currently about 35 million children in Nigeria are malnourished, with the country having the highest number of affected children in Africa. And the second highest in the world, about 35 million of under 5 children in Nigeria are malnourished, and out of these, 12 million are stunted. She said she attributed the high burden of malnutrition in the country to poverty, ignorance, and inadequate budgetary allocation for nutrition. Earlier, UNICEF communication specialist Geoffrey Njoku lamented that federal and state governments don't budget enough funds to tackle increasing levels of malnutrition in the country. He added that the malnutrition figure in Nigeria is high, hence the need to close funding gaps through local resources, mobilization, and increased awareness by the media.
Shame me, I should tell you the solution to all the problem that happens.
What's the solution?
You know, there is no how we do it. We will actually be increasing every day. But I think in each family, you need to sit down and call yourself to order. The rate at which you birth children.
Well, I think we are still going to talk about that on a show.
The rate at which Nigerians birth children.
But you know, people were actually putting this on a spiritual level. You know, a pastor or an alpha will tell you, any amount of children you are giving birth to has been stipulated from God.
Which stipulation?
This is your kadara, is your faith. Yes, that's how African thinks.
It's not a discussion for now.
Well, the next one we are going to be talking about is this last one about Isheshe religion. Lawyer sues for peace among religious group. Lawyer to the embattled traditionalist standing trial for defamation case in Kwara, Barrister Mufta Olobi, has sued for peace among religious bodies, clerics, and religious adherents in this country. Speaking in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital on Wednesday, Olobi, who is also the convener of the campaign against destruction of value of religions, tolerance among Nigerians, urged religious bodies to embrace peace and shun bigotry in order to ensure progress in the country.
But I'm not sure they are ready to actually embrace peace in that Ilorin.
You see, these Ilorin people, they can fight on religion.
I'm not sure they are ready to embrace peace, because what they actually do to the Sheshes, me, I'm still saying the Christians there should get set.
So okay, they are going to they want to make Ilorin Islam.
They already told you Ilorin is a Muslim state.
Wow.
That's what they are already telling you.
Wow.
And I think in Quran, if I'm not mistaken, there is a place there that talked about love.
Yes, no, every religion preaches love.
So why don't you just love everyone for who they are?
Love your neighbor
as yourself.
Very simple.
This thing that they are dragging is not worth dragging at all.
And the problem I have now is that I don't understand. We as a Yoruba people, like in Ilorin, they are all Yoruba. It's a Yoruba land, right?
They say they are not Yoruba, they say they are Fulani.
Even if you are Fulani or whatever, at least, to be sincere, there are some part of the Fulanis that do Isheshe. Do you know that?
You know, if they actually drag this thing, they drag it, it's going to cause what they themselves they won't like. If they insist that Ilorin is a Fulani state and they are not allowing other religions to operate in Ilorin, so it will force other states that all these Fulanis are in to send the Fulanis out.
That's
so
true.
You have to go back to your state. Since your state is not embracing anybody
or any religion,
you have to go back.
Exactly. Well, Olobi is representing Abdulaziz Adigbola, popularly known as Tani Olohun, in a case of alleged defamation of character of some Ilorin scholars. Among other offences, appealed to the Muslim bodies to accept plea of his client and his relatives for forgiveness. Wow. I don't understand. Well, I think this Tani Olohun case, I think the man is fighting for Isheshe people.
He's a Muslim.
Yes, but fighting for Isheshe people. And now the lawyer that is standing for him is now asking for forgiveness from the Muslims. I think the lawyer just wants peace.
He wants.
Yes.
Even this Tani Olohun that they are talking about, when he was talking, it's not as if he did everything to actually say what they are doing in Ilorin is bad.
Yes.
What he's just saying is just a day for Isheshe is not too much.
As just as they are doing it in Ogun State, Lagos State.
Muslim will do Itunu Awe.
Ileya.
There's a public holiday.
Yes.
You will do Ileya. There's a public holiday.
Even Malud Nabi.
There's public holiday.
Yes.
I think we're having like 4 holidays for Muslim in a year.
No, it's just 3.
Christian will do Easter. They will do Christmas.
New
and
Year.
Everybody, New Year is for everybody. I don't count New Year as Christian.
You know, it's Christians that does New Year.
But it's for everybody.
Islam New Year is different from
because
Christians.
Everybody are crossing over from that 31 to the 1st of the following year. So it's everybody's this thing. But let's just say both Christians and Muslims are having three holidays in a year. These people are only requesting just for one day, 20th of August. It's not too much for you to give to them. And honestly, and why I'm not even talking anything about this Ilorin issue is because the government is not saying anything.
That is my problem. I've not heard anything from the government.
President Mohamed Tinubu is not saying anything.
They didn't even see as if anything is going on.
So, since they are not saying anything, everything that we're just saying is just like, when they are done, you will call us. The
legal practitioner also urged the parties in the matter to adopt amicable and out-of-court settlement as a way of strengthening peace and peaceful coexistence among members of the community. He said that his clients will be ready to appease those he may have offended through his utterances after his release and further desist from such act of posting videos on the internet. Olobi, who also spoke to the fundamental enforcement suit filed at the Federal High Court, Lagos, by associate of his clients, condemned the step on the basis that if not withdrawn, it may furl embers of disunity among religious bodies.
It is well. Daniel Long.
God of mercy. So you already give up?
See, I told you I give up since the governor is not.
The government is not even saying anything since. It's only the police, the commissioner of police in Kwara State that was.
This is a state that has a governor, that has a chairman, that has a councillor.
Even though there is a commissioner for this.
Nobody is saying anything. So what's my own point too is just like, excuse me.
Well, in the comment section, Oyelakin Olamelekan says wahala. Ọlọ́run níjà rí wahala. Then John Matthew say wahala wow.
We will not see it.
God no go let us see that one. Mike Yinka Alade, point of correction, Odunayo. Nobody is saying they should die for Nigeria. It's not worth dying for. But the truth is that 4 years is just too much to make a change and transform Nigeria.
You are doing a great work.
You are doing a great work, guys. Following from
Shibuode
now.
Sorry, who pronounced it very well.
Thank you so much for following us. Another comment from Banjo President. Well done, guys. Selfishness is dealing with humanity right now. Deeper Lives members don't believe in birth control, and some other denominations likewise, and they want and some other denominations likewise, and they want people that have 1 or 2 kids to be careful, to be cheerful givers to them. Or more people need to think also. Then Ilorin government is being biased in this situation for them to keep quiet like this, or are they scared of one religion? We don't know.
Don't worry.
That's what Odunayo said.
I'm sure it is in the comment section, and it's going to get to Ilorin. They will see it.
Abina. All right. This is
if the government is actually scared of the religion or not, they will reply the comment.
Abina.
But my own is, since the government is not saying anything, I don't think it's.
They don't take this thing very important the way we are saying it.
Because till now, I think Abdulrazak should have come out to say something.
You see, what I just see about this thing that the governor is not saying anything is, I'm thinking of maybe wait. Even aside that, I'm thinking of maybe if they start this protest in the Ilorin and there was a roadblock or sit at home that will not make government to see any revenue that day.
Who wants to do the roadblock?
That is what
I just. The people that want to do, they're already cutting their wings.
Just like this time alone.
Isheshe, they did not allow them to do it.
Exactly.
She and whining me. Who want to block road?
Well, anything that is going on in Ilorin should just be there, because we don't want problem in Nigeria. You guys should just settle it the way the lawyer said, that they should come to a conclusion.
Come to a conclusion.
You guys should just be exactly, because every religion that I know preaches love. You understand? So this is where we are going to be ending it on News Review today. Don't forget that tomorrow is another day for another edition of News Review. My name still remains the same, Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. Thank you so much, Odunayo, for joining us on the show. And for those of you that joined the live, we say a very big thank you to you. And for those of you that drop comment, thank you so much as we say bye for now.